speak up to it. It just jumped on me and just nowhere. So what you're saying is for absolutely no reason whatsoever, these two blokes come up to you, pop you over the head with a bit of 2x4 and then run off? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I know that's what you're saying, Stuart, I just don't believe you.
I'm a witness, I can back him up.
What happened, Stuart? Banged your head gun through a window?
Hello, Mr. Steele.
Well,
he reckons he was jumped, Sarge.
any witnesses?
I'm a witness.
Who are you?
My name's Icky.
Mate of his, are you?
I saw what happened.
I nicked you a couple of months back, didn't I?
Yeah, I believe we've met.
And what was that for?
We got records, why don't you look it up?
Well, don't get cheeky, sunshine.
The ambulance is on its way, isn't it?
Yeah, it's on its way, Sarge.
Yeah, let's have a look.
Congratulations, by the way.
Oh, cheers, yeah.
So, what really happened, Stuart?
It's what he just said. Two blokes jumped him. Nothing was said before and nothing after, that was it.
Am I asking you?
You're trying my patience, you are.
Here. Put your hand on there.
It's a bloke and he's dead. Don't know their name. Reckon I burgled their drum.
And did you?
Of course I didn't.
Must be the only house on the estate you haven't burgled.
That's unfair, Mr. Steele.
Sergeant.
Sergeant.
You did a house in that street, didn't you?
Yeah.
More than one, in fact. And one over there.
Yeah, but I never done this bloke's gaff. Honest, I never.
How do you know that?
This is stupid. They could have killed him.
All right, Gobble Mighty, let's hear your version of events.
They had a lump of wood, right? They come up to him.
Called him by a name?
Called. I don't know what.
That's not what you said earlier.
It's what I'm saying now.
Got a description?
Just blokes. Normal, what can I say?
Clothes?
Yeah. They were wearing clothes.
Just give us a description, all right?
Trousers, jeans, t-shirt. I don't know, it weren't exactly a fashion show. Stu was getting his brains beaten out.
Well, that wouldn't take long, would it?
Anything you want to add, Stuart?
I know they live down North Road. Got a brown Cortina they're doing some work on. That's it.
You prepared to go to court?
Sure.
How about you?
If it comes to it, why not?
Come on, George.
Had I done anything wrong?
No, Reg.
In times of uncertainty, you want someone you can rely on.
Exactly, Reg.
So why did I lose the election?
It's a mystery.
When I was Fed Rep, I did a good job, didn't I? And when Barry resigned, I was willing to step in. No one objected then.
I don't think it's a question of objection, Reg.
Oh, well, what is it a question of then?
More people voted for George than for you.
Oh, don't mince your words, Cuff. Be blunt about it. No, the only reason I stepped in for Barry was that the feeling I got from the floor was that come the election I would be unopposed. Ain't too brute.
Any Sierra Oscar unit deal, 1414 Macattam Mews, London Road. Man collapsed behind locked doors. Any units?
8-5, Sarge.
Cheers, Kath. Yeah, that's 1414 Macattam Mews. Informant to Mrs. Mayhew.
Have you come across Stuart Giggs before?
Yeah, he seemed familiar. So did the other bloke.
He's been in and out of my windows in a tailor's dummy.
That was a hell of a whack he took.
Some might call it summary justice.
Yeah, some might. Yeah, Sarge. Brown Cortina.
Brown Cortina? I can't see a brown Cortina.
Yeah, up there on the right. And that's them.
You must be mistaken, George. All I can see is a scene of urban bliss. A nice quiet road, people going about their everyday business. Nothing to concern us. Yet. Come on, George. Turn the van around, let's get going.
You what?
You heard.
Yeah, but they match Giggs' description.
We know where they live. They're hardly going to leave the country. If Giggs makes his statement, then we come back and nick them. Not before then. Mind you, the CPS probably still won't touch it with a barge pole.
Yes, Sarge.
There's no way Giggs and his mate are going to stand up in court and give it all the chat. Afternoon.
I've banged and banged, but I can't get any answer.
Are you Mrs. Mayhew?
It's my dad. He's not a well man.
And he's not answering?
No.
When did you last see him, Mrs. Mayhew?
Oh, yesterday. I pop round every afternoon after work.
Couldn't he have just nipped out or something?
Well, he's got a bad back. He can't nip anywhere.
You the caretaker?
Yeah, I reckon he's got the security lock on. You want to see the back?
Yeah, all right.
We'll just hang on here, shall we?
Thanks, George. You think Gig's got what he deserved, don't you, Sarge?
Don't you?
Well, my heart doesn't exactly bleed for him, but it's not the point, is it?
George, every day we're called upon to interpret the law. Who to nick, who not to nick.
Yeah, but there are parameters.
Parameters? That's a big word for this time of day, isn't it?
Look, I just think that we should have had words, that's all.
They'll be had, don't you worry. I'd just like to know where I'm going to be standing before I put my foot in it.
Hey,
Well, I must say you got here very quickly.
that's what we get paid for, sir.
Still, you'd rather be out catching criminals, eh?
Yeah. Look, if I take out that bottom pane of glass, I could crawl in through there. Be less damage that way.
Whatever you think, officer.
Oh, well. Get it over and done with, eh? Mind still.
Well, I'll go back round the front then, shall I?
Yeah, all right. Oh, what was the gentleman's name?
Mr. Hill. Reg Hill.
Mr. Hill? Reg Hill? Mr. Hill?
It's all right, Mum. He'll be all right.
We'll be in in next to no time, Mrs. Mayhew.
Mr. Hill? Reg?
He got that after 30 years' service.
Where's more than he'd get now? Where was he based?
Boston Street. I suppose it's fitting, really. Live for the job, then, well, you know.
Yeah. Well, he's probably better off out of it. Oh, the job, I mean. He wasn't that old, was he?
59.
Under the latest proposals, he wouldn't even get his pension.
I'm sorry. It's all right, you carry on.
He started up a small business, a news agent's. It didn't quite work out. Then 2 years ago, he lost that. Just deteriorated. He did his back, chasing some villains or something. Simon would tell you. Dad was always coming out with stories to him. Anyway, his back got worse. He got worse, but... Oh, if only I'd stayed with him last night. He was moaning about pains. And I could have stayed. But I told him I was off to the pictures with Ivy.
Call the GP.
Yeah, he's on his way.
So, what happens now?
Well, the GP will pronounce life extinct. And if he's seen your dad recently. Has he seen him recently?
Well, not that I know of. He hadn't been well for a long time, but he was never one for the doctor.
Well, then he probably won't issue a death certificate. In which case, we will get onto the coroner's office and they'll be able to arrange for the body to be taken away.
and a post-mortem, and, well, of course, any arrangements that you might wish. Now, don't you worry about a thing. We'll do everything for you. If you like, I could get in touch with Barton Street. They might like to, you know, well, in being an old colleague and that.
You be all right with your mum?
Yeah.
Well, we'll stay at least till we've heard from the coroner's officer, OK? Meanwhile, if there's any possessions you want to secure or...
But 1 minute it's smack over the head for burglary. The next you got somebody coming up to you. Oi!
Leave it towards their kids.
Nah, they're not just kids.
Any unit deal? Serious PI, North Road.
No further details at present. Ambulance called.
Sierra Oscar 2 will deal.
Maybe we should have a whip round for poor old Mr. Hill. You know, buy him some flowers or something.
Could do.
Wonder how many points we get for that.
What?
Well, a couple of quid each, sudden death.
That's sick, Reg.
No, that's what he's all about. Performance means results, and results means nicking people. It's a joke.
Well, I wish someone would tell me the punchline.
Yeah. Could be you or me up there in 25 years' time. Only we wouldn't have a penny to our names. The job don't kill you, retirement will. I think I'll have a word with Cato. After all, they are the first in the firing line, aren't they? Senior management.
I thought that was George's job now.
Oh, yeah. Is he up to it?
Oh, terrific. Come on, move it! Out of the way!
What you gonna do about this then, eh? What you gonna do?
Yeah, OK, sir, if you could just tell us what happened.
What happened? It's obvious what happened. They tried to kill my son.
I reckon he's got a couple of broken ribs and maybe a fractured pelvis. But we want to check that nothing's punctured before you lift the car off him.
Fair enough. Was the bloke lucid?
Yeah, he's talking away.
What's he been saying?
He reckons the jack just went on him.
There was two of them.
Two of what?
Two lads running up towards Melbourne Road.
Right, so you saw what happened?
Well, not exactly. You don't need to see to know, do you?
Do for a court of law, sir.
Look, I was in the house getting a couple of beers. I heard a scream and I rushed out. And that's when I saw him running off. And Ian under the car.
How do you know these two lads weren't running to ring for an ambulance?
Do me a favour.
Do you recognise them again?
It's too quick, but I know who they are.
So you would recognise them?
They're mates of Stuart Giggs. They're bound to be, aren't they?
Are they?
Hello, that's Wayne Smith. He's got to be worth a pull.
Looks like he's just been on holiday.
Yeah, he's been away.
Ain't got much of a tan, has he?
3 months in Wormwood Scrubs.
Oh. Haven't got much of a tan, Wayne. What's the matter, Wayne? We only want to have a look at your holiday snaps. At last. Wayne, you dropped your suitcase.
Any chance of a lift?
That's a quick word with them, all right? All right, son.
Felt better.
Yeah. What's your name?
Ian.
You want to tell me how it happened, Ian?
I was under the cart. Jack went. That was it.
They're usually pretty reliable, those things. Are you sure there's not more to it than that?
I told you. It just went.
What do you reckon?
I've never known it.
Try and lift the car, we'll get him out now.
They're going to lift the car off you now, Ian. Oh, you don't know a kid by the name of Stuart Giggs, do you?
Never heard of him.
You sure?
I'm sure.
It's funny. He seems to know you.
Right, lads, go for it. That's my son over there, and I want to know what you're going to do about it.
About what? An accident?
This was no accident.
Your son seems to think it was. And there's not much we can do without a description. Even less without any evidence.
Okay, so that's it, is it?
We'll make inquiries.
My son was nearly killed.
Yeah, well, I can guarantee you, Mr. Bullock, we'll give this matter the same attention as we gave to an earlier incident this afternoon. The young lad was attacked by 2 men. And we got a description, but it was a bit vague. So, we can't really say fairer than that, can we?
He got what was coming to him.
You care to explain that, Mr. Bullock? You can't nick him, George. Why not? What evidence have we got? Well, we found the brown Cortina, haven't we? They've just lifted it off his son.
You know, Wayne, they reckon it's cheaper to keep you in the Savoy than it is to keep you in a prison. How do you feel about that?
Well, the grub's got to be better.
Open the case, Dave.
It's a present for my girlfriend.
Well, it's a pity you're not going to be around to see her in them, isn't it? You better get hold of DS Gregg. I think he might like to look into this.
Stay here. I'll have a word. Oi! God almighty. Just give me one good reason why I shouldn't nick you.
Because I ain't done nothing, that's why.
Now, what do you know about a little accident at the top of North Road?
Some kid fall off his skateboard, did he?
Something like that.
I wasn't there.
I've got a description that says you were.
Yeah, and I got a mansion in Beverly Hills. Like I said, you've got nothing. If you had, I'd be in back at Van, wouldn't I? Instead of up against it getting 3rd degree from you.
Some kid's lying in hospital with broken ribs and a broken pelvis.
And my mate Stuart's got butterfly stitches down his bums.
Sooner or later, you'll come in my way, Hickey. We'll see what a flash git you turn out to be then.
Is that the suitcase?
Yeah, looks like it.
Make sure, have a good look. For the benefit of the tape, Wayne Smith is now examining the suitcase.
Yeah, that's definitely the same one. They even got the address of the bloke I nicked it off.
Can we take it that the suitcase is stolen?
Well, there's not much point in denying it, is there? Unless my name is Frank Bullock and I live up at North Road.
Can you tell us what's inside the suitcase?
Yeah, bent gear.
Mr. Smith is referring to Exhibit 2231, including a gold Rolex watch, cash amounting to £175, 4 credit cards, a hairdryer, and an item of female lingerie. How did you come by these items, Wayne?
I nicked them.
So they are the proceeds of various burglaries?
Yeah.
And was one of them Mr. Bullock's place?
What, this bloke?
Mr. Smith is indicating the address on the inside of the suitcase.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Does anyone assist you?
No. I always work on my own.
What about Stuart Giggs?
What about him?
Do you know him?
Yeah, we've met.
Does he know you're working the east side of the estate?
Why?
It's his patch.
Ain't no more.
Any Sierra Oscar unit deal? St Hughes, accident and emergency. Bloke causing a disturbance.
Getting violent. Any units take?
Yeah, we'll have some of that, George. Sierra Oscar 2 will run.
Ah, Tony.
Reg?
I wonder if I can have a word.
Look, Reg, before you carry on, I've got to tell you, I voted for you.
You do?
I did.
Oh.
Sorry you didn't win, mate.
No. Look, The worm is turning.
Is it?
Yeah. I want to propose a work to rule. As a direct response to the unreasonable demands and recommendations and suggestions as contained in the Sheehy report.
Work to rule?
Yeah, by the book.
George Garfield's idea, is it?
No, it's mine. So what do you think?
I think you might be onto something there, Hollis.
I don't want him anywhere near my son.
Yeah.
How do I know that? Hey, I mean, what are you doing? Wasting time on it.
What's all this about?
Him!
I told you, he's a patient. He has every right to
Would
be
you like this
here.
gentleman off the
Bloke's a
premises?
thief. My son's still lying there. Ain't been seen his preferential treatment.
Right, come on, Mr. Bullock, we're going to have to ask you to leave.
Don't you talk to me! Why don't you ask him to leave, eh? Why don't you nick him?
Because he hasn't done anything, whereas you are causing a disturbance.
I told you he burgled my house.
Oh, yeah? And what proof have you got?
What proof do I need? The bloke's a tea leaf and you know it. Don't forget I know where you live.
Is that a threat?
It ain't a threat, it's a fact.
Are you going to leave quietly, Mr. Bullock, or are we going to have to escort you?
My son's never been in trouble with the law. Never!
If you don't want to be in trouble with the law, I suggest you leave now.
You can't talk to me like that. You're a servant of the public. I pay your wages!
Yeah, well then today you're going to get your money's worth, aren't you? You're nicked.
Get off me, you!
Yep, well done, George.
What's all this about?
You heard? There's going to be a revolution. Hollis has grown a beard and Cato's sharpening his ice pick.
Nothing we should worry about it.
And that, sir, is the situation.
As much as I'd like to support you, Reg, I can't condone a work to rule.
Well, no, I fully understand that, sir.
We can make our feelings known, but we can't act upon them. We're police officers. We're not afforded the same freedoms as the public.
No, sir.
I appreciate your concern for my position, Reg, but I assure you I'm not for the scrap heap yet.
But, sir, if these proposals are implemented...
If. The operative word is if. The game is not lost or won until the final piece has been played.
Yeah, but they're changing the rules, aren't they, sir?
I suggest you have a word with your Fed rep. See what he can come up with. After all, he is your elected representative. Thanks for the tea.
It's a pleasure.
The government will sort you! They got your number! We smile on the other side of your face, then!
Yeah, and so will the public, Mr. Bullock.
That kid got everything he deserved.
Oh, well, you launched a full investigation, did you? Weigh up the facts and present them, and then decide the best way to deal with it all was to beat the kid's brains out.
If his mates hadn't turned up, we would have done.
If I were you, Mr. Bullock, I'd exercise your right to silence.
There you go. Yeah. That bloke opposite. Does he live up North Road?
What's that got to do with you, Wayne?
I done his gaff.
You did?
Yeah. Dump of a place. Didn't get much from it. Nothing really worth knocking off.
Here, Wayne. Why don't you tell him that?
Oi, mate! What? I just done your gaff.